Hi guys, I hope that you are well and safe and healthy at home. I hope also that you're getting a lot of work done during this time. Unfortunately, we can't be together, but our school, Al has made it possible for us to continue to provide you with quality education, even though we cannot be together. So I want to start, talking about today's video. If you give me a moment to open my screen here. And today's video is about your reading strategies. And we're talking about two types of texts that you are bound to get. The first is an argumentative text and a persuasive text, right? Um, Now, let's have a look at each one. And an argumentative text, the purpose of it is to get the reader to recognize that your side of the argument is valid, or that your side of the argument has genuine merit, right? And they use 6 standard techniques to achieve this. The first one is they offer facts and reasons and evidence to show that the author has a valid point. So usually the person would have done a lot of research and gathered a lot of research on a particular point, and will use that research and that evidence or that research as evidence to make their case and their point. It is logic based, right? So also that reason or those that evidence or those facts that the person has gathered, they'll put that together in a logical step-by-step way, so that it makes sense to other people. The third technique is of an argumentative text is that it acknowledges opposing claims. So because you have evidence and because you've done a lot of research, you will obviously come across ideas that disagree with you or that contradict your point, and you want to then show evidence and you prove that your reason is actually valid and these are the reasons why. So you will acknowledge that there are opposing claims or opposing ideas or different ideas to yours, right? Number 4, you may compare ideas to establish a position. So you also use those contradictions to not only make your point, but to also establish your position. So to say, look, other people believe A or this on this issue, and I believe B. And this is where we stand, and we're both trying to prove our case and prove that our case has merit. The fifth step is that it presents multiple sides, but it's clear which is the author's side. So like I said in the previous point, is that you have your point of view and you have your position, right? But in your writing, you can make it clear that there are other ideas out there that, or people have tried different things and have had, different results, but this is the point where you stand and this is, your point of view. And number 6, and the last one, it provides evidence with claims, right? So because it is logically based, so when you see an argumentative text, because it is logically based, it will make a claim and then support that claim with evidence, and then make a claim and then support that claim with evidence and proof and examples and real world examples, So that's what this one means. So that's what this number 6 means, is that while it makes a claim and says, this is what we believe, but it will also support it with its own evidence. Here's a picture here, and I think this sums it up, because an argumentative text is really a lot about the facts, and that's what it's really about. It's about the facts and the evidence and the proof, as we have it here. and this picture says facts about Scotland. So whatever this article is be, or whatever this caption represents, it's going to give you only the factual information, the truth about Scotland. A persuasive text, on the other hand, is a little bit different. Here, the purpose of it is to get the reader to agree with your opinion, right? It's not to prove anything, right? It is simply to change your mind and make you agree with their point of view or their opinion, right? These are some of the techniques that are used in a persuasive text, and you'll see the picture that I have here is one of McDonald's, right? And this is a great idea of a persuasive text because it uses emotion, not logic, to make their product desirable. And they use the phrase, I'm loving it. So every time you use the McDonald's slogan, I'm loving it, it pulls at your emotions, right? And that's what a persuasive text is about. So let's look at some of the techniques. The first one is it combines facts with emotions to convince the reader that the author is right. So it's designed to make you to think about the facts and then give you a feeling about the facts. So they'll tell you something is unfair and then tell you that it's wrong, or something is good and then tell you, that it's not only legal but it's also right. So they'll use a lot of right and wrong language. Number two is an obvious one. It's emotion based, so it's there to make you to make you feel something, right? Number three, ignores counterclaims. So what a persuasive text will do is that it will focus only on their position and tell you why their position is good, and why they are the ones that you should agree with and whose side you should be on. Not telling you that there are other opinions or there are other points of views. It will only look at their side and only tell you what is good about their side. So also you'll see it in terms of when they do talk about, or you do see a text that talks about the other side or another point of view, it will always be negative and their point of view will be positive. So they're always trying to convince you that they are right or that they are good. The fourth one is presents only ideas that help establish their positions. Like I said just a moment ago, it is there to convince you that their side of things is the right way, right? And their position is the right way. It's not scientific, it is not fact-based, it is emotion-based, and it is about right and wrong and not so much about the truth. This is, but it's there to establish a position and to keep that position dominant, so that you eventually start to believe and think and feel that this position is the right way, whether that's true or not. Number five, it only presents one side, and that's the author's side. Again, it doesn't show you different points of view. Even if the points of view are better, it will show you one side of a story, one point of view. And if it does show you another point of view or another side, it will always be in the negative. So it will be the author's side will be good, and the other side or any other side or any other point of view will always be bad and negative. And the last point here is that it makes claims without evidence. So it doesn't need any proof. Again, if you look at number two, it's all about the emotions, right? So it doesn't need proof. It doesn't need to be tested. It doesn't need to be true at all. It just makes a statement or a piece of writing or a text that is there and designed only to make you feel something, right? Whatever that emotion is, whether it's happiness or sadness or anger or makes you feel like you want to get up and take action, you know. So these are the two kinds of text that we're discussing today, the persuasive text and the argumentative text. And I hope that this video has been helpful to you. And I hope to see you all very soon. Thank you and have a nice day.